Hello, everyone. This is Gary Kay, and you are watching a special edition of my Rant and Rave podcast. And these video podcasts we've been doing, or video casts, as I like to call them, product demos. And today's no different. We're joined on the far site by Tyrone Chu, who's the senior product manager at Nureva. Tyrone, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. I've actually videoed into that room before and got a phenomenal demo on one of my favorite products in the AV industry, the SPAN system. But interestingly enough, even though we're talking to Nureva, the inventors of the SPAN, we're not even going to talk about SPAN today, are we?
No, today we're going to talk about the HDL300 audio conferencing system.
Yeah, so the HDL300 is a microphone array that you launched earlier this year officially at ISC. I think it was the first time that it was sort of an official public rollout of the product in Amsterdam in February. But it's going to make its first visit to InfoComm in just about 2.5 weeks.
That's correct.
And tell me a little bit about what the before demonstrating it, tell me a little bit about what the HDL300 is.
It's an audio conferencing system, and in the room here we have the HDL300 mounted on the wall behind me. On the wall is the integrated microphone and speaker bar, that component of the HDL300, and it connects to UC&C applications for business meetings.
So what's cool about it is and this is what I know about it. It's a microphone array that looks like a speaker bar, by the way. If you look at it on the wall there, it kind of looks like a typical speaker bar, but it's a microphone array that emulates having 8,000 microphones in the room. And the only time I've ever seen it demonstrated was at InfoComm or at ISC, and I've sort of a preview of it at last year's InfoComm show when you were sort of showing it in that little booth before you started shipping the product. But now you're actually shipping the final product. And this is the first time you've done an online demo for me. So what's cool about this, I want you to go walk over to the HDL300 if you don't mind, and start with sort of a baseline of if you were standing right next to it. And how big is this room, by the way, that you're about to do this demo in?
So this room is close to 30 feet by 30 feet in size.
Okay, so 30 feet by 30 feet. So imagine putting a speakerphone in a room like that. You're going to have a ton of echo, a lot of noise bouncing off the walls, and you're definitely not going to be able to hear people in the corners of the room or the edges of the room. But of course, in your case, you have a conference room table there, so most people will probably be sitting there. But if you have an instructor who's instructor, or you have the room filled with people, then the HDL300 is helpful because if you don't mind kind of doing a demo where you walk around the room and let people listen. I'll just be quiet and let people listen to what they're going to hear when they put an HDL300 in a room like this.
Right. And one of the things, I'll just give a little bit more background as to the audio processing that we do. We've created a new breakthrough technology called microphone mist technology, and that's what enables the system to fill the room with 8,192 virtual microphones. So what the system is doing is it's simultaneously processing sound from each of those virtual microphones and picking the best one to focus on so that a clean sound is provided and the best sound source is provided to the remote caller. So as I'll be walking around the room, you'll hear the sound pickup from anywhere in the room, and no matter where people are working from, if they're actively collaborating on an interactive display, or if they're huddling together in a breakout group, the system will be able to pick them up wherever they are because it's able to focus in on the best one of the 8,192 virtual microphones. All
right, we'll start the demo. Start there underneath this. The HDL300, and let's go from there. What's kind of neat was you were literally facing the camera away from the HDL300 now. It looks like you're about 10 feet from the wall and talking in, I assume, a normal tone of voice.
Exactly, yeah. I'm just talking in a normal tone of my voice, and I'll walk around as I go here. So here I am walking across the front of the room. I'm over in the front corner. Again, my back is towards the HDL300. I'll even poke my head right into the corner here and keep talking. Here I am walking along the side of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, you'll see my back has been I've been facing away from the HDL300 the whole time. And here I am talking even in the far reach, the far corner of this 30 by 30 room. And now,
so now this is a 30-foot deep room. So you're at least, say, 38 to 40 feet away from the microphone right now when you kind of measure the distance, and you're faced the corner of the room talking in a normal tone of voice. That's amazing.
That's right. And here I am facing back towards the room and the HDL300 again now, and you'll hear my voice as I'm walking back towards it.
Wow, that's pretty. So that's going from the least from the best possible location to the least best location in his facility, and that's the back right corner. And the pickup was amazing there. So the HDL300 obviously has this microphone mist technology, or mic mist. I forget what you mentioned, it something mist technology. Right. That you have microphone mist technology is emulating over 8,100 or approximately 8,192 microphones. And so how is it doing that? Obviously, there's some major DSP going on here.
Yeah, absolutely. We've equipped the system with with 15,000 MIPS of processing power, so that it is able to simultaneously process sound from each of those 8,000 plus virtual microphones. And that's what we thought. That's what the breakthrough in the technology is. Not only providing the horsepower to do those calculations, but also separating the room into those virtual microphone zones and being able to focus in on any single one of them at any given point in time.
Yeah, and what's neat about this is this can work in a small space and obviously a big space. I mean, 30 by 30 rooms is about as big as you're going to have. That's more normal small classroom size as opposed to a meeting room size. So most rooms is going to be smaller. So it's even going to just keep getting better from here. And you're shipping the HDL300 product, right?
Yeah, we're shipping that right now.
Yeah, and what's the list price on it approximately?
The list price is $2,999 US.
Okay, and we're seeing it mounted in between the Nureva span, the two projector short throw mount system that you have there. So obviously there was some design thought into people putting it into rooms with spans, but at the same time it works with any system, right? Yeah,
you bet. It works with any UC conferencing application. All it is it connects to a computer by USB. There's no drivers or special software that needs to be installed. It also, where it's mounted right now, all it needs is 2 screws that it hangs on, a single PoE cable that connects to this breakout box here, and then from this breakout box, USB to the computer. We also have analog line in and line out ports, 3.5 millimeter jacks here.
So you could plug in a laptop audio or something like that. So we're actually, just so people know, we're actually doing this through Zoom, which is, for the most part, a free consumer-based or business-to-business conferencing system that's cloud-based. And of course, this not only works with Zoom, but it works for Skype for Business, Skype. What other software packages does it work with?
We've done testing with Cisco Spark. We've done testing with Blue Jeans. It works with any UC client or virtual conferencing application that will accept a clean, echo-canceled audio signal.
Yeah, and so, for example, is this an upgrade that you've added to the product since it originally shipped? And is it a firmware upgrade so people that existing have it, or is this a new version that has this compatibility with all these UC-based systems?
The improvements in the audio processing that we've provided over the last few months are available through firmware upgrades. So the hardware remains the same, and it's always upgradable through firmware.
So Nureva is in booth 2981 at InfoComm in 2.5 weeks. This is a great demo, Tyrone. I really appreciate you doing this, and I'm excited to see that you're shipping the product and that it performs this well even over a UC conference like we're using here at Zoom. So I appreciate you taking the time. Nureva, of course, you can see them at nureva.com. And they're, as you know, they debuted into the market with their span system, which is behind Tyrone now, which is basically a large digital canvas system that allows you to collaborate simultaneously both inside of a room and with people in other locations, regardless if they have a span system or not. They can use an iPad, they can use a laptop or a computer, anything they want, but adding the HDL300 to a system like this solves the audio problem. But you're also looking for, I had a podcast a couple of weeks ago with Nancy. You're also looking for integrators specifically to sell the HDL300 product, right? Not just to sign on for the span.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking for resellers, integrators. We'd love to show you the product at InfoComm. We'll be doing a live call and a live demo of the system at InfoComm. So please come by and we'd be happy to show you how it works and have you experience it yourself.
And that's at booth 2981. And of course, you can check it all out at nureva.com. Thanks for joining us, and Tyrone, we really appreciate your demo here. Thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate everyone joining us on today's special edition of Rants and Rave podcast. course, you can check out all of our InfoComm coverage at ravepubs.com/InfoComm 2017. Thank you.